Okay, in today's class, I'm going to explain in Python how to create a Google Translator program. Okay, in Python. What do you mean by Google Translator program? Tejasri, a translator program which will convert one language to another language. Okay, if we language conversion, generally from English to Hindi, English to Telugu, Telugu to English, like that. Okay, that is called. So we will create a program in Python. That is what Google Translator program. Okay. How to write the code to translate the one language to another language. So simple code, what I want to explain here. See, first of all, we need to one class. This is called translator class. This translator class, we need to import from a module, Google Trans. It is a module. Okay. So then after I will explain all the things. We need to create a function. Function name is Google Translate. Okay. We need to create an object for the class. Okay. Next, we need to ask the user to enter the text. So the text which is to be converted, translated into which language we need to mention. We need to ask the user in which language the text to be translated. Okay. One variable, text is variable. Try exception blocks we need to use here. Try block means try exception blocks in Python used to handle the errors. Okay. If any in which line an error will exist. Okay. If you feel that in this line error exists, that is to be kept in try block. Except block will be used to handle the error. Okay. And then finally run the code. Simple code. Okay. So we will write this code. Okay, and we will check the code. We will write and check the code. And then we will try to understand the code and we will. Okay. So here, this is the already code written. So if you run this code, what happened? We will practice the code. So this is the code, total code written here. Then after we will practice the code one by one. So then after, what happened here? See, so whenever I run the code, the translator program, Python, Google Translator, it is welcoming you. Okay, welcome to my programmer. So enter the text you want to translate. What the text you want to translate here? How are you? Okay. How are you? Okay. This is the text you want to translate. Into which language? Enter the target language code. In which language you want to translate? Either English, so simply you enter EN. For Telugu, simply you enter TE. So I want to get this language to be converted into Telugu language. So original text, how are you? Translated text, Meeru ela unnaru. So this is a simple code. Okay, to convert. It is a simple code written in program Python to convert one language to another language. Okay, understood that. So let us try to do how to write the code. Okay, so I'm going to write the code first. Okay, so here we will write the code from fresh. Okay, everything is under what? Okay, from here we will write the code. First of all, comment here, write a program in Python to write a program in Python for Google Translator. Write a program in Python for Google Translator. Write a program in Python for Google Translator. Okay. Now, first write the code. First, we need to import a class. Class of what? Translator. Translator. It is a class. From where? From a
ముందు మనం ఇంటర్ప్రిటర్ లో ఎలా ఇంపోర్ట్ చేయాలి సక్సెస్ఫుల్ చేయాలో చెప్పండి సార్.
from module Google. I will explain. Google Translate. Okay. Okay. From Google Translate, import translator. This is a class. What is your question?
ఇక్కడ ఇంపోర్ట్ చేయకముందే మనము ఇంటర్ప్రిటర్ లో అది సక్సెస్ అంటే ఆ ఇంపోర్ట్ ఉందా లేదని చెక్ చేస్తాం కదా సార్, ఎలా చేయాలో చెప్పండి సార్.
Okay. So first of all, you go here. Okay. Go here. Tool. Okay. Terminal. Take the terminal. Here, this is called pip. This is called what? Okay. Pip what? Pip is a install manager. Install manager means now I entered into terminal. Okay. This is called bash terminal. Okay. So that I can give commands. Okay. By that I can install any related updates. Okay. Related updates. Okay. So here, if I want to create a Google Translator program, okay, I need to import a module. That module name is Google Translate. I told you that in previous classes also in Python, module means it is just like a library. That library may have so many functions. Simply you can say files. Okay. So if I want to work with files, I need to import, I need to install some modules by pip install manager. Here to install what? Google Translate. Okay. Version, let us try to write 00. Okay. -RC1. So let us see what happened here. So whenever I have entered that code, what it is stating that a new release of pip available 22.3.1. New release of a new release is available. means whatever I am requesting to work with 4 version, it is already, so it is invalid, invalid. Why? So take the command again, no issue. (4.00) RC1. If nothing is no matching distribution found for Google Translate. Okay. This is the pip command I have given. That is what? Google Trans. Where is that command? So Google Trans, not translate. Okay. Pip install Google Trans, not translate, is equal to, don't give the gap here. Okay, no need to give the gap. If you give the gap, it will give error, and then 4.0.0 hyphen RCM. So whenever you give this command, a new release of means this version is already installed. So it is stating that already a new release of pip available. Okay, if you want to install to update, run this python.exe -m pip install upgrade. Okay, so already whatever the module already installed, so no need to worry here. Come here. So now come to the code version. See, from Google Trans. Okay. So why? Because it is giving, if you give the module name, this is the module. Okay. But if you give it is just trans, Google Trans. From Google Trans import, this is the class. So I want to mention here, Google Trans is a module. It is a module. Okay. Every module has many classes. Translator class. Okay. Every module has many classes. So class has the methods. Class has methods. Understood that? So Google Trans is a module. Module means in Java it is called, in Java is called package. Okay. So module in Python, in Java, package, directory. So in disk operating system, it is called directory. MS-DOS, Microsoft Disk Operating System. So these are same terms. Don't confuse yours. So module has some classes. So class has methods. So that methods we need to use. Okay. Method means a function. Nothing but method and function both are same. But whenever a function is under a class, will be called a method. Okay. Function and method are same, but method will be function. Whenever function under a class will be considered as a method. Okay. So function and method are same, but function under a class will be considered as a method. Okay. Considered as a method. See, Here, this is a function, but this function I am creating as a user-defined function. Understood that? So I am creating a function, but this is a class, built-in class of this module. So this class has methods. I will call method called where, see, this is the method called for this translator class. Every method will be called by creating an object. Okay. So I will explain here. In Java, it is called, okay, considered as a method. Method will be method called by creating of object. Method called by creating object. Okay. Simply you understand that. Method called by creating a object. So I'm going to write the program. This is the code I have written from Google Trans import translator. You cut this, paste. So this is what theory. So now what we need to do here, we need to create a function here with keyword def, then keep a name for a function so that we can call that function, okay, Google Translate. Every function must be terminated with the brackets, then colon, comma. Next what? This is the function name. Okay. Now this function, what it does. So we need to write the code inside of this function. Okay. First of all, create an object. Create an object. Object for class. What is our class here? This is the class. Translate. I told you that this is the module. Module, from module, this class imported. This class has some methods. Okay, what are the methods? One is translated. This class has the method translator method has class. Translator class has methods. Translate method means function, bracket, comma, detect. Detect methods. So these methods, if you want to, methods means function. If I want to call these methods, built-in methods of class, translator class, I need to create object. For whom? This class. So how can I create the object in Python? Syntax is what you know. First, that's why it is giving error. Even the commenting indentation, no. Okay, no indentation, unexpected. Okay, here. Now, under this function, I need to create an object for whom? For this class. So syntax is what? First class name, first object name. Keep any XYZ. X is an object for whom? This translator class. Brackets. This is the syntax. Understood that? Before this, why I am getting error? Because whenever class function declared one indentation. I told you that pause. If you have written pause, there's no any problem. If you don't want to write any statements, pause, give pause. Otherwise, if you will not write any statements, it will give error. Indentation expected. Indent expected. Okay. So this is what one object created for this class. This is the object. You can keep any name. Vasu is an object. For what? Translator class. Here, class must be, this is the class, but we need to keep these two parentheses, very important in programming. This is the way to create the object in the Python. Object created. Now Vasu becomes an object for this class. This class, okay? Now then after, first take the input from the user. Text. Take the text. Input from the user first. Take input function. Request him to enter the text. Please enter the text. Okay. The text which is to be converted. This is the text which is to be converted. Next. So the text to be stored in a variable. Which variable? That is called text. Create a variable. So whenever user enters the text which is to be converted, that will be stored in a variable. Next. Come. Which language? The text entered to be converted which language? Language is a variable. Take the input from the user and ask him which language. Which language to be converted. Example. English. Just enter N. English. Okay. For Hindi, Telugu. Just type T like that. Okay. For Hindi, just type HI. So two variables, you have taken the input from the user. Now what we need to do here? So now I want to call the methods of this translator class. Mostly I will use this method. It is a function. So I will, how can I call this methods with the object name? Vasu is the object. So suitable, I told you that many times, keep suitable names. For the translator class, it is translator, translate object. Otherwise, you write obj object underscore trans. That is your choice. It is your choice. So now I can call the method of this translate method by this object name. So now call that method obj underscore trans dot. What method? This translate. These are all methods. Translate, detect. So I want to use translate method here. Bracket. So this translate method takes two parameters. One is this text and language. So you text, comma. So not here destination. One parameter it will take. So here language. So dest is a parameter, means destination language. What is destination language? This is. So in which language to be converted? Your text. Whatever the text you enter here, that is to be translated in which language? So either English, Telugu. Okay, understand. So that it takes dest is a parameter. So for that parameter, we assign this language. Okay. Now come this. Okay, I have written this much of code, and then after what happened here? First, let me check that. What happened here? Anything happened? Nothing. Welcome to the Python. This I have not written. Okay, this is the previous code. Huh? So you comment that code. Keep that code in comment section. Huh? Where is this code? You keep this so that we need to keep where except up to here. Na? Up to here. So it is also kept under. Now everything is kept under. Okay, everything is kept under where? From starting here, from here to everything is green. So everything is kept under what? Comment section. So now come into here. So now run this code again. So invalid text, invalid syntax, import translator. Okay, we will check that, no issue. And come to this code. Okay. Now here, what I need to do? This is okay. Now, actually what happens, whenever you feel that any code, in any code, if any chance of raising of error, okay, if any chance of raising of error, that moment keep that code in what? Try block. Understood that? So if I feel that in this line of code, error may occurs. Okay, error may occurs. So that must be kept in try block. So try always follows except block. So except block will be used here to handle the errors in Python, otherwise Java. Okay. So what it means, I will explain line by line, don't worry. Understood that. So try to understand. I will explain all the things here. So what it means, okay. Now come to the point. I will explain here why it is giving error. I will explain. There's not a problem here. So try and accept. These are two blacks will be used in Python under exception handling. What is exception handling? Exception handling is a mechanism in Python, not only Python, even the Java, in all programming languages, to handle the errors. If you feel that in any line of code error occurs, that is to be kept in try block. And in except block, we need to keep the statement to control the errors. Understood that? So this is the one code I have written. Then after, I want to check back actually what is happening here. So as I told you that, first of all, one class translator. This is the built-in class, part of your one module imported. If it is if this module not getting, that is called module not found error. That moment you need to go for, this is what, as I told you that where should you go into this, as I told you that bash terminal, and there you need to go through pip install manager. If you, whenever you get any error message, module not found error, Google Trans module not found error, that moment you need to go into the terminal and you need to install through pip install manager. Okay, that is very important. So after that, this class is being used. For this class, create the object. Okay, why? Because object, because this class, inbuilt class, has the methods translate. That method will be used to convert from one language to another language, and detect method, but I want to use this translate method. So object I have created here, this is the object. So I'm taking the user input from the, I'm taking the input from the user. Okay, now try and catch blocks I have used here. So let us see what happened here. I want to, whenever I did here, this, I want to store this in a variable translation, whatever that you keep XYZ, doesn't matter for you. Okay. It is whenever translated, that is to be stored in a variable, so that I want to get the printout only for my ease. Okay. By this method, that is the method of a class of translator. I am accessing this method by this object created by me, and two parameters I have passed. One, this is text and language, but that language that is to be passed as a parameter to this destination language. Dest means destination language. Don't worry that. And then under the try block, okay, this translate method used, okay, and that is to be stored in a variable, so that I want to get the printout. Under this next word, take a printout statement. Print for what? That is very important. Print, to take which type of printout you want to take. So formatted string here. Okay. Under this formatted string, keep what? Translation dot text. Translation dot text. Okay. Then after, keep braces, flower braces, translation dot dest. Okay. Both we are getting here. Whenever you keep the, this is what dot operator, you are getting dest and text here. Don't, no need to worry about that. Here also, if you remove this, whenever you keep the dot operator, text and dest, these are the part of your translation. This is a variable. Okay. Understood that. So then after, why it is giving error, we need to give a name here. That is what? Destination. And here, why it is giving error? We need to check back that under this exception, we need to write as here. Okay, that is the error I have written. So E is a variable here. You need to mention here E is a variable to store the errors. Store error. Okay, and that error I want to get print out here. Understood that if any error occurs under the try block, as I told you that this try block will, the code will be kept in try block. If you feel that in this line of statement any error occurs, that is to be kept in try block. Except block will handle that errors. If error occurs stored in this variable, so I have written the code to get the printout. Okay, then after run this code, this function, run this function as if, okay, name. So is equal to, okay, main. So this is to be kept in double quotation marks, column. Okay, understood. Now call the function. Function name is what? What is the name I have kept for this function? Google Translate. So Google underscore translate, already here, this is the function. So so here we have done a mistake. What it is expected main
ఈక్వల్ సార్ అక్కడ
bracket.
ఈక్వల్ టు పెట్టాలి సార్ అక్కడ.
Yeah, you are correct. One equal to, this is the right thing. That's why it is giving error. So now, so what happened here? Try to understand why this function. So I will explain later. First, let me check the code, whether that code will be executed or not. From Google Trans, this is what, in front of this, we need to remove this one, okay? From where? From, okay? This total code, I want to keep this total code. So now I run this code, Google Translate. In which line? It is giving line 43. 43 where? Here remove this one. And so this is my code I have written.